engaging with ults, playing a little bit more slowly when we're playing against a goats team. Like for example, on Busan, the clip that I'm about to show us is from our loss on Saturday. A situation where, let's see, which one am I pulling up here? Oh yeah, it was a situation where we already controlled the point and they were engaging. We had a grav combo, but we blow it like right at the start of the fight, and they are just able to like reset and come back in. So it's just one example. We do this kind of stuff a lot, but just playing an objective as opposed to just playing to wipe the enemy team. But it's just an example of us playing hyper aggressive when we can play a little bit more slowly. So that's what I want to start incorporating into our GOATS play. So I'm going to show you guys this clip from 17 minutes in.
Okay, just go. Their Zen's not insta discording me.
Yeah.
Like, I've been able to swing a long time without actually.
I might have messed up the timestamp because this isn't what I thought it was. Rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, and start a timer.
Okay, we go coast.
Coast.
And, yeah.
Oh, they paused again. Where are? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I think we had around 60% on the clock when.
Yeah, this is it. It was like right after this.
Can we get you?
So, is everybody in here, by the way? Is everybody in the visor? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, as you can see, we're taking point. I think we wipe them here.
Nice.
Diva.
Stagger themselves. Nice. Lucio, right side.
Come on.
Lucio, right side.
He's 1 HP. Out.
He's getting heals, yeah, no, he's getting heals. He got heals.
Okay, so they have bomb shatter. Yep.
All right, so we start alt tracking. Our alt tracking is ultimately pretty good. Our grav combos are executed really well. We just have to make sure that we find the right situations. So you see, we're at 50% point. They're at like 80, right? So this is one situation where we probably could have dragged this out because we have an easy team wipe here, but we just go for it a little bit early.
Oh, I can't get to it.
And we get the combo. We have like perfect execution, which is awesome,
Okay, can we rush?
and we do it pretty consistently now.
They're not bubbling.
But just trying to
definitely take it more slowly though.
yeah, definitely taking it more slowly.
Drain
How
them
did
time.
How did I kill him? Did Bryce boot?
Yeah, boop.
Yeah, he booped him into it.
Okay.
I've been doing that more. I've been booping.
I even saw watching this game. Maybe you were nailing like the pins into grabs and stuff like that. I feel like we mentioned that in a VOD review last week that you weren't doing it all the time. You did it like every combo here, which was awesome.
I
Good
think
job,
I
dude.
missed some of them though. I hit like a diva once or twice, but yeah.
I saw you going for it pretty much every time. So yeah, you definitely want to try to pin the Rhine or the Zarya so that she can't bubble. But yeah, you were doing it every time, which is good. So our execution of it is great, but it's just trying to play a little bit more situationally. This is one time where we can play more slowly and play a little bit more spread.
So I want to ask people. That's not like Veritas. Why do you guys like? What benefits do we have of playing slow here? Or in general, like, why would we play slow with the graph?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking
With
any of
our
the players.
Because we just need like 2 or 3 people to complete, like, to finish out the graphs. We can do it at probably near one of the.
I don't think we should be playing slow. Like, I think we should be trying to get our combo off, and then it depends.
we can
depends on
kite
what
them
else they have.
back. Like, we can cut them back and draw the point.
It does depend, yes.
Like 65%.
Well,
Yeah,
so
if
what-
anything, let them go drum. Let them come down the stairs and then grab them there instead. It's a bit more risky that you won't get the combo off, or like it'll get eaten. But in this situation where they're at 77%, like it's way better to let the percentage go farther, so you have less fights to take and less chances to lose, especially when you're defending that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
wait, do we?
waiting that time to get it to a lower percent, so they have less fights and less ult advantage later in their fights, later in the game to win it back. So, I don't know who took the point first here, if they did or you guys did, but
I think they did.
I think they did. Yeah, they were wiping us here, I believe, at the start.
I completely agree with like what Twill said, but like, did
It
we
is
call
more
if they have
risky,
grab
though.
bomb or not?
What's up?
'Cause I think if they have grav, we should be taking the early fight. I don't think we should be allowing the grav.
Well, so we could either like if we can't lose that fight, like if it's 99, right? And so if we lose the fight, we're done. I would say yeah, go for it. But it's what is it like 70 something? So I feel like we do get another fight
guess,
hopefully
yeah.
if we wipe correctly, right? So we just like even if we lose the fight, like if we stall it to 99, it didn't even use grab or something, like. Even like if say for some reason they combo us before, right? As long as we stall it out long enough, we still get an advantage out of that and can come back and win the next fight.
Actually, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, because if you guys get grabbed first, then that fight takes a long time. You might get to 70%. They take point. You have a recontest, and then you only have to win the next fight after.
One fight. Yeah.
It's
If we
easier
get
to
stalled
retake
long
as
enough.
well with the grav.
As long as you don't waste ults if you get
Yeah.
grabbed and play it right, of course.
So yeah, I think that's,
if we get stalled, if we
I
stall.
think that's one important part. Is like obviously the number of fights that we, if we reduce the number of fights for us to win by 1, that's amazing. But I think another really important part of this is we want to make them invest, whether it's time, but it's also ultimates before we win with the grav combo. So they don't have grav, and we also, but all of our supports are going to be building ults this fight. So if we play slow, we're going to be building more support ults from this fight. And we're going to force them to invest to actually take the point. And then once they invest, then we can grav combo and kill them. Because even if they have support ults, our grav like Diva Bomb combo will kill through it. So since we just grabbed and we used 2 ults here and they use nothing, they're advantaged in the next fight. That's my point.
Yep.
Yeah.
So playing slow when we know we have superior ults and forcing them to ult and then winning with that combo can be very good. It's very, very good if they have support ults, because they won't be building support ults during like the long fight.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed. So, yeah, for all of those reasons, like you said, not just making sure that they burn time, that they're wasting time that we can wipe them with, but also so they can burn through resources if we could get them to use an ult or 2. During the course of this team fight. Yeah, agreed.
So, for example, there's the elk clip that I sent where like how to use grab effectively. Mm-hmm. He was saying if they have grab debug combo and that they have point and the enemy has support ults, they're gonna hard focus the enemy Reinhardt, break his shield, and try to kill him and force them to use a support ult to save him, and then they're gonna do the grab bomb combo afterwards. So they've like forced them to invest. They've killed more time, while like still knowing that they're gonna win the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, because I feel like with Grav Diva Bomb, like unless somebody dies or we get like severe or at like a severe disadvantage, we should just like our execution is getting to the point where it's usually just a team fight win. Like unless we severely fuck up, so we should be looking to like stall the fight as long as possible and just get as much value out of it as we can.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, especially in this particular situation.
And I think against this team specifically, like on Busan, there were like times where there were really close matches, and it came down to the last fight, and they just had more ults than us. And I think that's because we just, not necessarily we were wasting ults during a fight, like we weren't like overlapping support ults or anything. It was more just we weren't forcing them to invest in certain fights.
Yeah. So like our planning, our pre-fight planning was right. Like we knew what ults they had, we knew what ults we had, we planned to use them. All of that, like check. It's all good there. But I think it's just coming down with the timing and trying to give ourselves the perfect situation to do it in. So on the other side of this is actually just the very next fight here. So this is what happens next. So we know. Well, let's just listen to the comms. Let's see what our ult tracking is. I think we should know all the ults that they have here.
Okay. They're main. Can we rush them?
I'm gonna lose here. Are we?
They're not bubbling in there, which is huge. They're not bubbling grab.
Get up.
Grab bomb shatter.
Play away from wall.
Alright. Grab bomb shatter. We know what they have.
Yeah, they have grab bomb shatter.
Grab bomb shatter nano.
Maybe Lucio.
Okay, let me stay a little far away from me.
Also have break.
Alright. What else do they have?
5.
5.
Everything
Yeah.
builds.
4, maybe 5.
So looking at the percentages. Yep. And we seem to have decided to take a fight.
Yeah, that
Here.
idea.
So, does anybody see the issue here?
Yep.
So this is, I think, honestly, this is pretty much exactly the same problem. This is like a pretty common theme on a lot of our maps, where it's just us playing a little bit too aggressive in a lot of different situations, and it manifests in different ways, but it's the same like root cause. You know what I mean? So this is just us playing a little bit too aggressive. So, I mean, $5 for whoever guesses what happens next.
Okay, let me stay a little far away from me.
We get grabbed and bombed.
Let's come in.
That's my guess.
We get shattered. Yep.
Yeah, that's just me. Need help around?
Nah, but we could've. Whatever.
Yeah. So they had a lot of alts, right? We're needless to say we're disadvantaged going into this fight, right? I mean that's no doubt there. But instead of making it difficult for them, we made it really, really easy. We made it really easy for them to out ult us here. So even though we're at a disadvantage, we absolutely could have given ourselves an advantage in a different way. We didn't have ult economy advantage, so we could have given ourselves positional advantage. We could have given ourselves an advantage in resources as far as like cooldowns by holding a little bit more split on points. So one of the clips Crazy posted the other day was really good. I think it was an example when they were pushing in. They knew that I think it was from the Atlanta. It was from the finals match. I believe. Let me find it.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, I think it was from this finals one. Yeah, so like playing around Shatter. I don't think you can do Twitch clips with Visor, can you?
I don't think you can.
No.
Fuck, that's stupid.
I would just post it in the main channel.
Yeah,
while
I'll just post it real quick, and everybody can take a look. So this is
This is the one where like the Zarya's on the side, and then
I think this is the one where they knew they were coming in with Shatter.
All the way lower, just come up from below, but Bernard's there. He's waiting, looking for the grab.
And early shatter going in. Chainsick in trouble.
So I know it's a short clip, but just look at their positioning, right? So they know that they're walking in with Shatter, and they are spread the fuck out.
Yeah, they also they hold up for pressure, for just positional pressure. As soon as they commit their speed, they're backing way up and splitting out to make them, because that Ryan rushes up that ramp, and the only thing I can tell you from personal experience, the only thing he's thinking is fucking press Q, slam the motherfucking team, right? So
Gator's small brain.
You fucking fly backwards on the point, and that's what I was gonna say in what we were watching there is you can hold that positional, but as soon as they want to commit, you kite back, you spread out.
Yeah.
I want everyone to look at their respective roles too and see like what the positioning's like.
Yeah. So I wish I could draw on it, but yeah.
Yeah.
So like when the Zarya walks back, you can kind of see where the supports are positioned if you pause it. So you've got, the Ryan is on point. He's kind of more or less holding his ground there, right, with his shield up. He gets shattered because I think this is on a patch before the Brig shield interaction, right? So he gets stun shattered. Shit happens. They still save projected because Bernard's 200 IQ, right? They save for the projected. They've got all their resources, and they're just letting Atlanta blow their whole load here.
Yeah, him holding that bubble is so fucking
that's so sick.
That's
absolutely.
There's so much what's it called? So much
value.
Yeah,
Holding it.
Patience,
Discipline.
Discipline. That's it.
Discipline.
Discipline. Yeah, there's so much discipline not to bubble that Ryan right there. That's really good play.
Yeah. And then look at where we see Brig, right, standing back there. Brig has her shield up also. She's not trusting Changsik's shield. Zen and Lucio, if you pause it in the right frame, they are lined up behind Snillo's shield.
But I think they're still out of shatter, out of the shatter.
Yeah, they are.
They're probably out of range anyway, but
that's one thing I need to do is stand.
They are so well prepared for that. They knew exactly what was going to happen. And again, if this was us, we'd probably know that too. We're pretty good at ult tracking. We're pretty accurate with it most of the time. We know that they would be coming in with this, but we're not executing with that information. Like when we make a plan and we shot call, we're going to use this ult and this ult, we execute it pretty well. but we're not executing on the information like with what ults the enemy team has. And then, was there a clip where they played her on Grav really well too? I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's the same idea, but let's see. Punishing.
It was like Grav and Shatter. I had both of them.
Yeah.
But I have seen time and time again where the supports are behind the Brigida shield to block Shatter.
Yeah. These Fusion Uni things, Elk did VOD reviews on both of them. I've only seen like the first like hour of them. I haven't had a chance to go through all of them, but if anybody has free time, I highly recommend it. It's good stuff.
If you could link that, I'll
pretty good.
I want to check that out.
Yeah, they're on. Yeah, I'll post them.
He's gonna post them to YouTube, I believe.
Oh yeah, he said he was gonna make his own YouTube channel and post them.
Hell yeah, dude.
But they're on his Twitch VODs right now. I'll post them in the VOD channel. But yeah, so right now we're shut up. We have like one style of goats basically, right? So we just want to add to our arsenal a little bit of slow playing. So that's what I really want to focus on tonight.
Do we want to look at the other clip too?
Yeah, did you have the other one?
Yeah, I mean it's in the same spot. It's just called example 2.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Crap.
There you go. I just posted the other one. So. See it?
So Dogman sort of gets caught out in a bad position, and he's forced to trance so he doesn't get shattered.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lucio is wall riding, so Shatter won't hit him. Pretty big. Tanks are playing split.
Mm-hmm.
They're using the corner.
Atlanta moving in, Rally about to be up. Still gonna use his rally first.
He's just trying to bait it.
But I mean, compare this. I feel like how we would play this is we would just all play near the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like that one
I
style.
think we're just used to clumping. I think, yeah. You're trying to spit out and for it to like bait their ults.
Yeah, Fusion Uni plays so fucking well, dude. They just play so cleanly.
Crazy.
I'm really like Overwatch 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
He
actually-
had said like season 2 contenders, they were scrimming like Spitfire and stuff, and like they could hold their own against them. I believe it. Yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, just like this kind of positioning, this is the kind of thing that we really need to model after. There's a time and a place to play like we were before, right? So like, if nobody has any alts and it's like the start of a round, for example, and they engage with like both bubbles and amp or something like that, that's another situation where we have to slow play, right? Like they used all their resources early. That's fine. They can do that. We're just gonna speed back, kite, and then re-engage. So that's but normally right now we are just kind of like just going straight in. They're like, okay, they want to take a fight, let's take it, and then we answer with our own resources as opposed to staying more disciplined, right? Saving them and then re-engaging.
Yeah, notice how far back the Brig is playing in both these clips. I feel like, Miata, you play really close to our Reinhardt when you know they have grab or shatter. So, playing farther back to like sort of, I guess, feel for supports when they have that could be good. Well, just to not get on the grab, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I also feel like that's more like that's like it's less important to play right by me now that Bash doesn't go through shield. Because like the only way like you're gonna want to keep track of like the other Brig and make sure she can't like flank or like take a duel if she's trying to like get around my shield for a bash or something. So like you don't have to play right there to try to take that or block that from happening. So like yeah, in these scenarios where they have shatter, it's totally a thing to back up like as long as you can still eat me.
Yeah, in teams I've been on before, we call them like fight modifiers. So like if they have a combo, that's like a fight modifier. So we're all on the same page of if they have a modifier, how we play the situation. Like we did a lot with a dive, like depending on what their comp was or what the ults they have. It's like different modifiers, and we're in the same mindset of what we're going to do. Try to take some space, try to full dive something or not, depending on the modifiers.
Yeah. That's that's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. So, but yeah, just playing at a different pace is what we really need to work on tonight. Let's see. Those were the major clips that I wanted to show everybody for the scrim. We still have a few minutes. Is everybody like actually warmed up for the scrim? Like, are you guys like ready to go? I mean, I don't know if you guys just came in cold or what, but
I just have a question for Twillo or Twilo.
Yeah.
Was that your heartbeat? Because I just heard like it through your mic.
No, my fucking dad's playing music downstairs.
I was like, is that a fucking heartbeat? Is it okay? Dude, it was like dum dum dum. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's playing some jams down there.
Yeah, Twillo's heartbeat's that loud because he's an absolute unit.
You know, dude, it's all the G Fuel.
Are you practicing the wall?
I was earlier, yeah.
Froggers.
I got a really easy spot, dude. It's really not fucking hard at all, dude. It's so easy.
Lose to 1v1 me, pussy.
Dude, we have
Bryce,
1200.
you might not
do you want to